how should salespeople today look at today's customer that either calls or clicks or walks in their showroom? Because it seems to be few and far between, because it's such a unique market right now, right?
Yeah, here's the hard part with that answer is it's not as simple as just, I want to care, I want to take more time, and I want to listen.
Sure.
You have to listen strategically. You have to listen empathetically. Mm-hmm. You need training to do this, right? So find yourself a sales process, find yourself some sales training that you can lean into.
Right.
Just being a good person and a caring person is not going to get it done. The stakes are too high.
Right.
That customer does not have the patience for that anymore.
Sure.
Here's the other thing, just my litmus test as you're looking at sales training. Mm-hmm. If it's not something that you can do with your wife, if it's not something that you could say to your husband, if it's not something that you feel comfortable with talking to a partner or a friend, right? Like, let's say you ask your wife to go to dinner at a specific restaurant and she says, well, no. And you go to your sales book and say, well, oftentimes when I hear no, it typically means two things. Either you're afraid to tell me something that I'm not hearing, or maybe if you're like, wow, that would get me slapped.
Right.
That's probably not the sales training that's going to work for you today.
Right.
Now, if you find a training program or you find a process where you can use it with your kids, you can use it with your spouse, you would feel comfortable having this dialogue with your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, that's the sales process that's going to work today.
Right.
Because the way of us acting like a salesperson at our job,
like a sales machine.
Correct. And taking that hat off and going home and being a normal person is over.
Right.
You have
today, authenticity, you hear so much about it, but it matters, right? It counts. Authenticity is what people are looking for in other people that they're doing business with, correct?
Yes, the stakes are so much higher. I'm not walking in going, oh man, I've got to buy this vehicle. I'm just going to have to deal with this salesperson anymore, right? Because I can avoid that entire aspect of the transaction altogether now.
That's right.
I can circumnavigate.
You can do it right here.
Exactly right, in any industry. So what I want to do is I want to walk in just like that doctor, right? And I want to, this person's here to help me.
Sure.
Right? So you have to not only have it in your heart to help, but you have to have a process that's going to help you do that.
Yeah, no question about it. Matt Easton, sales trainer, consultant, founder of Easton University. For those of you that are listening to us have this discussion, he's right. You got to have a process. You got to have the necessary training in order to win today. These are the kinds of solutions that we want to bring you to your businesses and your showrooms. So, Matt, thank you so much for joining us on the show.